Surprise! You thought it was gonna be another 9 months, didn't you? I was gone for I'm sorry about that. Let's talk. I know I'm a little bit different, just to make sure I'm even more different. I started wearing these. Do I look smart? I hope I look smart. So you got quite a lot of information from the last one. I'm in Sydney. I'm with Matthias. I've been working in the same place that he's been working for quite some time. And some things have changed since then. Number one being my situation might change again very soon, and it might not. I don't know yet. I'm going back and forth and figuring everything out, and when I know what's going to happen, I will tell you. What I do know for sure is that my family, specifically my mother and my sister, is actually coming to Australia to visit me now in about 3 weeks, and we will be traveling around Australia. We'll go to New Zealand and have a good old time. And while I'm traveling, I have invested in a new camera, and I'll get some footage going and maybe make a video out of that. But what I do know is that my mother and my sister is coming down and visiting me for about a month. And during that month, I will be traveling around Australia and go to New Zealand and stuff like that. And during that time, I'll make sure I, maybe film a little bit, maybe do some recording, maybe make a little bit of a talk, maybe see some beautiful stuff and maybe show off, do that, maybe a little highlight video, I don't know. Now, one of the big things that I've gotten from being here is to accept and really just jump into what I actually want, not necessarily just what I think I need or how things should be done, or to put a certain rule set around the things that I would want just because they're achievable or not achievable and stuff like that. It's more about just figuring out what do I actually want and then jumping into it and doing everything that I can to make that happen. Sometimes it doesn't, things go the way they will go. Maybe you put everything into something and it doesn't work out, and honestly, that's fine. Because things will happen the way they happen no matter what, and that's the part that you can't control. But you can control it into the point where everything has a bigger chance of happening than if you just do nothing, right? So embracing the fact that I have the power and the chance to make things happen if I want them to, even if they don't, is probably the biggest lesson I've learned while I've been down here. I've learned a lot of other things as well. I've gotten more of a trust in my own powers, in my own qualities. I never compared my content to other people and then downplayed myself, but I would often refrain from doing things just because I thought other people did it better, and then I didn't even want to make something that was inferior to other people. Which, looking back at it, is very understandable, especially in younger years, but it's not a good idea. Because if you like doing something, no matter how bad you are at it, it's a good idea to do it. You don't even have to publish it all the time, but doing it still is just a good idea, because you're feeding your soul, you're feeding your happiness. And sometimes you might post that, and it doesn't get the same attention or even gets hate, but then you'll still have people watching it and give you feedback, and you have the potential to grow. It's all about being open and not being afraid of being worse or being afraid of being bad. Because you all start being shit at whatever you try to do, right? Actually, you couldn't even speak when you were born, pussy. I've wanted to do something for a long time, and I still haven't done it just because I set too high of a standard that I didn't feel like I could meet. But over the past X amount of months that I've been working with Matthias and in the office that I have been, I've learned so much, and one of the biggest things is that, holy shit, you can learn like that if you're invested in it. I was thrown into situations where I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but then within a week I learned it, and I did it to a quality that was accepted, and then during the next week that quality improved by itself, and so on and so forth. It was just about doing it. If I can do that within the workplace, all I have to do is bring that mentality into my own projects, and having faith that maybe what I do is good enough for someone to find it, okay. My standards are so far above what someone who doesn't even do that shit, so they would enjoy it and think it's amazing. And maybe someone whose standards are even higher than mine look down and go like, huh, you know what, he actually did shit that I didn't even think of, or he did things in a way that is actually working out better than mine. There's no reason to follow a rule set that you create in your own head. And I'm really good at being inside my own head. I was locked up with myself for about a year. It's it's good, but it also limits yourself. And jumping into shit is going to be my next challenge. Reason I'm telling you this is that I've started a project for me. It's also kind of for you, but it's for me. And I've talked about this so many times, but it's the idea of talking about making videos about music. It's been the big thing that I've enjoyed the most, even in relation to gaming and stuff like that. Using music with videos, or playing music while playing video games, talking with chat while streaming about music, seeing comments about, hey, thank you for introducing me to this artist, and now I la 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 la, or the biggest example, Alex Rocktuk, who has been a subscriber and commenter and in Discord and chat and so on for several years. I introduced him to the Deer Hunter, and he's gone and seen their shows and was nice enough to literally buy an album from them, get it signed, and sent it to me. And that's something that happened just because I shared something that I cared about. If I can do that to one person, I think that's a reason enough for me to do it, because it's something that I love to do. So I'm gonna jump into it. The only thing that's hindering me right now is I only have this webcam. I don't have a camera at the moment, but I did buy one, and it's gonna arrive about the 20th of December. But then I'm traveling for a month, so let this be my commitment, my New Year's, what is it called again, the New Year's thing? Halfway through January, I will start the production of the first video that is about music. Maybe I'll do it on this channel, maybe I'll create a new one, but no matter what, I will do it. I think that's about it. I don't have anything more on my list. I think I've talked about everything that's worth talking about at the moment, and I will give you guys an update when I know what's going on in my life. I'll also try to, as I said, do a little bit of videoing on the travels, and we'll see how that works out. But I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, if there's anything you're wondering about, either put some comments below or go join our Discord. I'll put it in the description. We're still a group of people there that talk every now and then, even though I do disappear weeks on end and then come back. But I will, for the next foreseeable future, have way more free time and be more invested into this, so that's a promise. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and me and Matthias will see you guys soon. That's a promise.